Hey friends, it's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my YouTube channel. I am your tarot fairy godmother, and what's this, man? Okay, I'm on my laptop. I am broadcasting from an undisclosed location. Oh, I'll disclose it. It's my bedroom. Why? Because we're having work done on the office today. Hopefully I'll be back in the office tomorrow, but I'm prepared to be working from home for the next few days if need be. So always trying to make things better in the office. And so here I am at my remote location, really happy that nonetheless I am able to be here with you for the Friday weekly wrap-up. All right, so happy to see so many of you here today. I am very grateful to all of you. If you're watching an archive, if you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please do like this video. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. And please hit the bell so that you will get notification of like when I go live and post things and stuff. All right. So we do this every Friday. It's a card to wrap up the week. You know, in so many tarot spreads and so much tarot reading lore, there is this sense of using the cards to look to the past. And so then the question is, well, how do we do that? And what does that mean? And how is that helpful? This is a really good exercise on that because we're looking at a very specific time, just this past work week. Many times we're comparing it to the card that I drew for you on Monday. So there's a comparison there, what we predicted on Monday, what has actually happened on Friday. It's a good way of looking back what we learned, what we did, how we're going to go forward. It's a good exercise in the whole context of looking to the past and what that means in tarot. So we're going to start for the collective, and I'm not fancy today. I'm using my universal weight in the tin because I'm remote. Did I tell you that? Well, you can tell because things look different today, don't they? They do for me, for sure. All right. I have such a strong rule about separation of work and home. Like I don't work in my home. I work at my work. But hey, you know, rules are made to be broken. All right. Let's see what we've got here. First of all, for the collective, the week for the collective, strength. You know, did you feel particularly called to compassion this week? Was there anything that happened personally, nationally, globally, that made you really feel like we all need more compassion or that you're going to try to muster more compassion? Compassion is one of my key words for this card. And, you know, on a personal level, it feels like it's about keeping under control the things that need to be kept under control. And I think there is this conversation right now about what are the things as a culture that we need to keep under control and what are the things we shouldn't keep under control. So that's like a huge conversation going on, so that makes sense, doesn't it? All right, let's do individual cards. And a special shout out today to our channel members. You can tell who the members are because their names are in green. These are people who have made a monthly commitment to this channel. Every month making a contribution. There are aces, stars, and suns, so different levels of contribution. And if you're interested in channel membership, please do check it out. You can cancel at any time. I'll still love you. There's no time commitment. And you do get some extra perks. Last night we had our members only live stream. It was a lot of fun. If you're a member and you didn't make it last night, do definitely turn in. It was interesting. I hope everyone enjoyed it. All right, let's get going. And the first person here, Smile Soul 20, thank you for being a member. And how do we wrap up your week? The Three of Cups. Did you actually have some fun this week? Did you spend some time with people you enjoyed? Did you get to listen to some music? You know, I remember we were talking last night about your maternal grandmother and particular music that she might have enjoyed and how she wants you to listen to that music. And this is a card that I always think about music, when it comes up. So if you haven't, you should, definitely make music a priority in your life. Your grandmother wants you to. All right, Joanne Smith, so nice to see you. All right, Monday's card was the Ten of Wands, reinforcing the need to work. Sigh. Okay. Well, let's see how much work you got done, shall we? And the answer is the Lovers reversed. Man, both you and Charlie are doing the very best you can with what you have to do what needs to be done. I feel like there are other people around you who should be helping more, and they're not. And that's really difficult, and that's been a difficult thing. I think you may have been thinking this week about what your boundaries are going to be. What your boundaries are going to be with other people. What your boundaries are going to be for yourselves about what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. What you're able to do and what you're not able to do. And it is good to have those boundaries. Horse Van Dunn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Monday's card was Knight of Swords reversed. What's the wrap-up card? And I do appreciate it because I won't remember the card you got on Monday. But if it so happened that you were here on Monday and are here again on Friday and you remember, it's always nice to, to make those comparisons. That's a helpful clue in terms of the context for interpretation. So, okay. Two of Wands reversed. I think you and Doug are still figuring things out. I don't mean between you as a couple. I think you got that figured out. But figuring out, given the present circumstances, how are you going to manage things? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? What makes sense? What doesn't make sense? I think there's this constant shifting of what can we do? What should we do? Excuse me. What are the important things? What are the things we should stay away from? I think all of that is just constantly shifting, and that there was a lot of that this week. Von Ray, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here, and thanks for using my member emoji. I so appreciate that. Members get special emojis to use. Okay, wrapping up your week, Von Ray. The Tower, hell of a week, huh? Was this internal, external, obvious, not obvious? So it could just be that you had a cluster F of a week and that a lot of things happened and a lot of things went wrong, or you weren't in a good mood, or one really messed up thing happened. Or it could be that internally you're going through a period of transformation, which can be a really, really good thing. This is not necessarily a bad card, but it is a hard card to deal with. So I feel like it may have been a little bit of a tough week. Gemini Sun, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using the member emoji. Here is a card to wrap up your week. So, Gemini Sun, are you going through anything medical where you're dealing with doctors or having to be extra special, attentive to your health or to medical rules or things of that nature? This sort of speaks to me of that. It doesn't seem bad, just seems like there's some things that you need to be very attentive to in terms of well-being, and that this week you were especially attentive to them. Maybe that you need to continue to be attentive to them for a little while. Moonlight Tarot, yes indeed. The World. So Moonlight Tarot, I feel like this week you really started to think about the bigger picture, what's possible, what's not, what you can do, what you do control, what you don't control. I feel like all of that was kind of on your mind this week. Love it. Nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here, Anita. I've had a number of health issues suddenly, including with my eyesight. I'm seeing doctors. What do you think is going on here right after I signed up for an expensive online course? Well, pain in the butt. The question is, do we feel like, and I recognize, today is not Saturday. This is a question for Saturday. I hope you can come back on Saturday. This is the Friday weekly wrap-up where we do a single card to wrap up the week. I will certainly keep what you're going through in mind, when we do the wrap-up, since it has certainly been part of your week. But I hope you come back tomorrow and ask this card in the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where I can give it a more specific treatment. So, one card to wrap up the week thinking about this. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Well, there has been a lot of insecurity for you. Insecurity financially, both legitimately and in terms of your own worries that may or may not be legitimate. And insecurity around your own abilities. So isn't it interesting that now there's a new insecurity coming in? You have to see the doctors, you have to take care of your health, but you cannot let insecurity be the best of you, get the best of you. Betty Flesher, nice to see you. Excuse me. Betty, you having allergy issues or anything? Oh my goodness. Okay. Betty, thanks for being a member here. Justice reversed was what we got at the beginning of the week. Excuse me, now I'm just dying talking to you. What the heck is that? It might be unrelated. It might just be my own allergies. Okay, Betty, what do we see? Four of Cups reversed. You did a great job this week, Betty, making the best of a difficult situation, doing the best you could in the situation. Very, very well done. You are honoring your emotions, you're honoring what's going on, but you're trying to do it in a way that is helpful and healthy. So, very well done. Kathleen Gallant, so nice to see you here. Thanks for being here, Kate. Here is a card for you. So, Knight of Pentacles, this week you took care of a lot of things you had to take care of. And, you know, sort of work to take care of business and take care of, you know, how to structure your life in a lot of different ways. And I think you did a good job, and I think you're creating for yourself a life that's really going to serve you. Pamela Thies, nice to see you. A card for your weekly wrap-up. The Monday card was the Five of Wands reversed. I actually remember that. Okay, so what is your card today? The Two of Swords. So this can be about decision-making if you had to make some interesting decisions this week, or even try to become aware of the decisions you needed to make this week. But this is also a card of peace and what you have to be at peace with and what you have to find peace with. And so you may have done some work with that, and that's a decision too. You know, am I going to fight this or am I going to be at peace with it? What am I going to fight? What am I going to be at peace with? And that does speak to the Five of Wands in a very specific way. So I feel like you're really working out, like you're figuring out what your battles are and what they're going to be going forward. It's smart. Karen Winkle, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Monday was the Seven of Swords reversed. What will we see today? Let's take a look. The Ten of Wands reversed. And whenever I see the Ten of Wands reversed, I think, you know, you're not alone. You are dealing with stuff, you are dealing with certain burdens, but you are not alone. A, you have people who love you. B, you have people on the other side who watch over you. And C, you have people who share your views and your ideology, whether you know those people or not. You are not alone. And I feel like that's an important message for you as you process the week that you have had. Sandy S., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here today. Here is a card to wrap up your week. You're the second one to get this, the Hierophant. A different interpretation for you, though. For you this week, I think you've really been looking at the ways in which you are now the boss of your life. And as the boss of your life, what are you gonna do? And recognizing your power in all of that. It's a beautiful thing. Peggy Lou Levens, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Glad you enjoyed the class last night. Monday, your card was the Six of Wands reversed. What do we see for today? Oh, look at this. This is great. The Eight of Wands. Man, you smoothed that right out, didn't you? I feel like this week you took that Six of Wands energy and you turned it in the right direction and moved forward. You are ending out the week a lot better than you started it. Whatever you did there, that was some good magic. Well done. Robin Renee, so nice to see you. Thank you for being a member here. Here is a card for you. The Eight of Cups reversed. Mercury retrograde, man. Mercury stations direct very soon. And then we'll be in the shadow period, and then we'll be done with that until January. And the first person who tells me that StarCon is happening during Mercury retrograde, I'm going to slap. Well, no, I probably won't slap you, but it's true. If you run a conference in the same weekend year after year after year, which is what we're going to do with StarCon, sometimes Mercury will be in retrograde. It happens. There you are. What are you going to do? All right. So, Eight of Cups reversed. Robin Renee. I feel like this week there were some things from your past that may have come back to visit you, either in your own mind or in your heart or whatever. I also feel like you're really digging your heels in, doing what you need to do in order to move forward successfully. It's not easy, but you're getting it done. Tenacity is important, and you have that. Autumn Pond, so nice to see you. Here's a card for you. Autumn Pond, this week, was there a change in your work, a change in your finances, even a change in the way that you take care of yourself? I feel like something happened where you came ungrounded a little bit. That could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. So you have to really look at, the finances, the well-being, sort of the material basics, and make sure everything is where it needs to be. Angelic Michelle, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. La Morena, glad you're here. Okay, Jackie Masters, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Your card on Monday was the King of Pentacles reversed. Here we see your wrap-up card. No shit. The King of Wands reversed. Jackie. I feel like it may be issues with leadership in your life, issues with leadership in your job, issues with you coming into your own leadership, figuring out what you are the leader of. All those things, man. It's as if you are working towards stepping forward, stepping into leadership, and not being quite sure what that looks like or how to do that. Keep trying, keep working to make it happen. It'll happen. La Morena, wrap me in it. Wrap me up. I'll take it. Yeah, let's do that. I'll wrap you in it. Here we go. La Morena. Six of Wands reversed. Did you have a tough week? Are you not feeling your best physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? I feel like this week you may have forgotten who you are. And it's so hard for you, like you have to work every day to be who you are, like more than other people. And so when you forget who you are, even for a minute, that makes it even worse. Remember who you are. Nalini. Here's a card for you. Robin Renee, tenacity is my middle name. Damn straight it is. Nalini. Nalini, you're the second person to get this. Two of Swords. This week you may have really been working on making decisions in your life, figuring out how to go forward. But there's also something here about finding peace. Finding peace with situations, finding understanding of what the situation is, figuring out how to go forward with that understanding. Cheryl Jefferson, nice to see you. Angelic Michelle, I'm happy to give you a wrap-up card, my friend. Thanks for being a member here. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Was this a tough week? Some things not going the way you expected or the way you wanted. You know, the Wheel of Fortune reverse for me very often says, hang in there. Things are still turning. There may yet be some changes and some surprises. either to your liking or not to your liking, so be prepared either way. The other thing with the Wheel of Fortune is it's a caution, especially when it's reversed, to be careful about patterns that do not serve you. You know, what are the patterns in your life that are not serving you, that are repeating? Well, that's what a pattern is. It repeats, right? All right. Christina, nice to see you. Here's a card for you. Page of Wands. Christina, this week I think you may have had an opportunity to have some fun. Is that possible? It's the, the Page of Wands is also a student, so it may have been some good success at school, or maybe even something at school you did that was fun. One way or the other, it does suggest forward motion, so well done. Oh, Angelic Michelle, it's totally worth it. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a member, and thank you for telling other people that your membership experience is a good one. Oh, Diana, I didn't see your request. Here we go. Diana, thanks for being a member here. Thanks for being with us last night. Here is your card, and you had the Four of Wands reversed last time on Monday. Knight of Pentacles, man, you did a lot of work this week to try to get to where you want to go, and it's slow and it's painstaking, and one thing depends on the other, and it's not easy, but you're doing it, and you're doing what you need to do to get to where you need to be, so well done. Karen Winkle, that is so funny. Yes, do not strangle your husband, please. Ashrael, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. A card for you, most definitely. Queen of Cups reversed. I wonder if you've been dealing with some sadness. Sadness of your own, sadness of someone else that you're trying to comfort. This could really be about your own emotional healing and that journey. And so this is really a card that supports acknowledging what has hurt you and working to find that healing. Melissa Grosso, so nice to see you. Glad you're here. Happy soon birthday. Melissa and I are almost birthday twins. We're like birthday adjacent. So glad that you're a member here. Here we go. Here we go. Here is a wrap up for you, Melissa. Good grief, girl. You're the second one to get this. The Tower. Tough week? Maybe just a little? Or maybe a breakthrough. Maybe a major change. Maybe both. Maybe a tough week that led to a breakthrough that's really going to help you. So one way or the other, you owe yourself a good weekend. That's all I can tell you. It has not been the easiest week, but I think there's some awakening and some understanding that will be helpful for you going forward. Okay, can't come tomorrow, love it. But I think the Nine of Pentacles reversed really speaks to it. If it is spiritual, Anita, it is about don't let anything steal your confidence. Okay, hang on a minute. I just over-scrolled. Here you go. Chara Settlemeyer, nice to see you. The Tower reversed last Monday, and then the Tower this Monday. So what do we got today? Let me shuffle real well because that Tower's been popping out a couple of times. Let's see what we got here. Nice and stable now. The King of Pentacles. It looks like what you ended up doing this week is exactly what you needed to do. That you were strong, you were stable, you were responsible, you took care of what you had to take care of. Very well done. All right. Oh, thank you for that feedback, Autumn Pond. Very, very good. Thank you, everyone, for the feedback. I really do appreciate it. Oh, Angelic Michelle, I'm sorry. Very tough. Yuck. Okay. Okay, very good. Just scrolling through, reading all the Reading all the feedback. Thank you so much for it. I don't always read the feedback aloud, but I sure do read it. Yes, Joanne, you did. You were one of the first ones, so you just have to, I don't remember what it was, but I definitely did you. Oh, I kind of remember the message, though. It was about boundaries. Oh, it was the Lovers reversed. Boundaries. I know. Do you think about the Lovers reversed as boundaries? Sometimes I do, because it's like, what are you going to let in your life? Who are you going to let in your life? In what way? Okay, so I think I've come to the end of the list. If I've accidentally missed you, I am so sorry. Please do reiterate your question. Likewise, if you're just getting here, please do ask. I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30. No, probably 9:30 for Karen Winkle. Yeah, 9:30 for Karen Winkle. For everybody else, 12:30, noon 30 ET. For the Saturday Psychic Sampler. I want to let you know I do have openings for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom today and over the weekend. You can schedule directly on my website, ChristianaGaudet.com or tarotbychristiana.com. You can also find my contact information there and reach out to me directly if you'd prefer. One way or the other, go ahead and get the reading while I have time. It's unusual that I have openings in the weekend. I just happened to this week. So go ahead and reach out. I'd love to speak with you. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Special thanks, special shout out to the members. Thank you for your support. I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow, if not before that. Take care.